What is happening, and welcome to another episode of Photography Talk. Well, 129, and I know what you're thinking. You're like, Alex, there's something different about you and your friend. Yeah, I got some new hats. Over the last couple months and so far, I've been putting some thought into, because most of the time, as you know, I'm usually always in a baseball cap. But I decided, I'm gonna spice it up. I'm gonna change it up a little bit. I picked up a handful of these fedoras this weekend. This one, I'm kind of getting used to this here. I keep thinking, when I look at myself in the mirror, I'm thinking Harrison Ford, and I feel like you're diving into some tombs. What do you think? Are you a hat person? Is this a good look? I'm not. I'm on the fence about this. Or do you think, the typical? Here we go, baseball cap. So baseball cap for me. This is a safe bet, but this is kind of adventurous. I'm kind of digging this thing. Although I think the brim needs to come down like that. I look a little bit more serious with it. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you think of this thing. But anyways, guys, all the rumors are finally over this week. So with regards to over the last handful of months, we've been talking a lot about Canon. And they officially announced the EOS R7. Now, we've got the specs, and we've also have details on that. Now, also from Canon is the official announcement of the EOS R10. Now, this is a second APS-C camera to delight the Canon shooters. Now, this compact camera rather, is a high-powered, and best of all, it's cheap. And I hate that word cheap. It's budget friendly. So all the details on that are coming up. Now, we're also going to talk about TIPA's 2022 awards for best cameras and lenses of the years. And I have to say, there's some very interesting picks for sure. But first, friends, as always, we put these videos together every single week to keep you informed as far as what's happening in the photography space. Now, of course, if we are successful, or hell, friend, you just want to do a solid and help us out, because every time, I hate when my sleeves are down. Every time you hit that like button, it really does help with the whole YouTube algorithm. So with that said, friends, if you did hit the like button, thank you very much. If you didn't, well, I hope to earn your trust during the next video. But that said, let's dive into this week's headlines. Now, we've been speculating about the EOS R7 for months here on Photography Talk, and now the speculation is over. Now, with the official announcement of the EOS R7, we now know what the new APS-C camera has underneath its hood. Now, the camera boasts a 32.5 megapixel APS-C sensor. Now, it does have Digic X processor, up to 15 frames per second shooting with the mechanical shutter, and up to 30 frames per second shooting with the electronic shutter. Now, also has dual memory card slots as well. Now, the R7 also has full width 4K video at up to 60p with no crop. It has 5-axis image stabilization that can accommodate up to 7 stops and is dust and moisture resistant. Now, furthermore, the R7 gets a very similar autofocus system as the EOS R3, though it isn't as fast as, since the R7 doesn't have a back illuminated sensor. So in other words, this looks to be one heck of an APS-C camera. Now, all this is packaged in a small, lightweight body, budget friendly, that is priced $14.99. So if you've been eagerly anticipating this camera, I'm going to put a link down below in the description where you can actually pre-order one of these or actually get more information. And while on topic, because it seems every time a new camera comes out, we hear back from people, well, I put an order in and I've been waiting. But then when you clarify with them when they place the order, they put their order in late. So as a friendly reminder here, friends, I do want to point out, look at what we've seen happen over the course of the last 2 years, definitely, with regards to when new cameras come out, because of the chip shortages and all that stuff that we've heard a bazillion times with regards to the pandemic. There's a lot of delays, and you should expect that. So if you aspire to have this camera in your camera bag, don't wait. Get your order in today, so therefore you're not waiting any sort of unnecessary wait times from when they start shipping these things out. Now, if the R7 didn't get you excited enough, Canon also announced, or officially announced, the EOS R10 this week. Now, speculation has it that the R10 will be aimed at content creators, sports and wildlife photographers, and just frankly, other folks that need a camera capable of shooting high quality images and video, and that is what Canon seems to have delivered here. Now, the R10 has a 24 megapixel APS-C sensor, and it can shoot 4K video at up to 60 frames per second with clips longer than 30 minutes. Now, it can also shoot 15 frames per second with a mechanical shutter. Now, unlike the R7, the EOS R10 doesn't have an electronic shutter, nor does it have IBIS, but it is cheaper of the two. This camera can't have all the same features. Now, there really needs to be a gap separating what you're getting with the R7 and R10, and that's really what they've done here with a price tag under $1,000. And that's really, when you think about it, this is really a good option for a beginners or really more experienced photographers and videographers that simply want a small, lightweight, and easy to use second camera. And since the R10 and the R7 for that matter can use RF lenses, you can use your existing glass with these cameras. Now, of course, Canon also announced 2 RFS lenses specifically for these cameras. So you have the RFS 18 to 45 millimeter. Now this is a 4.5 to 6.3 IS-STM, and you have the RFS 18 to 150. Now this is a 3.5 to 6.3 IS-STM. Now with an adapter, you can also use your old EF and also EFS lenses with the R10 and the R7. And so there's really, when you take a step back, there's no shortage of lens options that you can use with these things. Now, as I did mention a moment ago, the R10 will retail for under $1,000. And all of you that want an exact number, it's $979 to be exact. So it's really an ideal budget friendly option here for those that want to get into the EOS R ecosystem. Now, as I mentioned a moment ago, if this is the right camera for you, I'm going to put a link down below. But just as I said with the R7, look, if you are thinking about this camera, need a new camera, man, friend, don't wait. Put your order in. So therefore, in the event that Canon has some sort of goofy limited supply, and then next week or a week from now we're going to be covering a story, well, Canon underestimated the demand for these things. You aren't caught into that demand wheel, and you are up in front of that. Again, it seems like quite a number of the cameras that we've spoken about over the course of the last 2 years, after we talk about it, and then we have a story that's coming out that so-and-so underestimated the demand, and now there's backed up orders for the next handful of years. But anyways, that is that with that. So I'll put a link down below if you want to check out or you want to pre-order one of these things. Now, each year, the Technical Image Press Association, or TIPA, unveils its picks for the best cameras of the year. So for 2022 picks, they recently announced there's some very interesting options here. First of all, every single major camera company has at least one camera in one category. Now, that just goes to show that everyone is making good cameras. Second, while there's more representation among the winners, there's still plenty of choices that weren't really surprising at all. For example, the award for Best Vlogging Camera went to the Sony ZV-E10, which is completely unsurprising given how good that camera is for recording video. Now, the Best Full-Frame Professional Camera went to the Nikon Z9, which has been blowing the doors off of competition since it was really released. Now, Leica took home the award for Best Rangefinder Camera with the M11, while the Best APS-C camera went to the retro-looking Nikon ZFC. Now, Canon got a win for Best Camera Innovation category for the R3, while Panasonic took home the Best Professional Video Camera with the Lumix BS1H. Now, the Best MFT camera went to the OM System OM1, and the Best Medium Format camera, hopefully I didn't peak up my sound with that, camera went to the Fujifilm GFX 50S Mark II. Now, like I said, everyone won an award for something. Now, the list goes to show camera companies are pushing ahead with innovating products despite having a tough last handful of years during the pandemic, so kudos for these companies for delivering products that photographers need and want. Now let's end today's video with a quick reminder of our new giveaway. Here are the prizes that we have up for the grabs. We have a Manfrotto Pro Light Reloader Air 55 bag. We have a 128 gig SanDisk SD card, and of course the old faithful $100 Adorama gift card. As always, entering the giveaway is really simple. Step 1, like this video and subscribe to our channel. Step 2, leave a comment below. In fact, the more of our videos that you watch and leave a comment on, the more chances that you have to win. So friend, get watching some more other videos and leave some comments. Step 3, register on PhotographyTalk and introduce yourself in the forum. Now, if you happen to register on the site during one of the last giveaways, you're still eligible to win. But friend, as I keep saying over and over again, swing on by, post some photos, let us know how you're doing, and that is it. For complete details on the giveaway, including how to register on PhotographyTalk or hell, how to say hello in the forum, check out the description below. Good luck. And one other thing, if you enjoy this sort of content, be sure to head over to PhotographyTalk, sign up for an account. It's free to do so, and it gives you access to literally thousands of photography-related articles on the site, including news articles on camera gear, photography tutorials, and much, much more. And so take a moment, sign up for an account, and get access to material that will help you take your best shot. Well, there you go, friends. PhotographyTalk episode 129 is in the back. You know, and what I'm noticing with this hat, it kind of starts going backwards, and I feel like, hey, I just need a banjo. I think it looks cooler with it kind of forward here. But anyways, friends, it's always a fun and it's an honor to get in front of you every single week. So as always, like I do this time of the video, if you can do me a big ginormous favor, it's time to ask you to do all that YouTube stuff. So consider hitting the like button, the subscribe button, and last but not least, so therefore you don't miss a single video that we push out, make sure you crush that bell down below so YouTube does its thing when we come out with a new video. Friends, that is all I have here for you today. So I'm going to be jumping on my studio, so you get out there, stay healthy, and take your best shot.